What's up, peoples? It's a terraformer, and yep, I played some more Kouhai. As you can see, I have the life cheat going on, and we have Mega Man music. It's Mr. X stage from Mega Man 6, which, of course, I may have mentioned before, but it was the first Mega Man that I had played, and already I died very quickly in the beginning of the stage, so we got some Kaizo-y type hopping going on here, and sometimes I played around with it, sometimes I didn't, but, you know, I died stupidly a lot. So, these deaths you're seeing here, they pretty much persisted throughout the video, but at a certain point I stopped editing them, and then I started again, like, right near the end, just to show it again. And here is where the challenging area of the first section is. We got very tight sections where you're not safe a whole lot, and also bullet hopping. So, that's a thing. The purple sky, it reminds me, it fits well with the Mr. X theme, and here is montaging it up before actual progress. So, I kinda like the design here, but it's also very difficult, so it's interestingly difficult. And here, basically, when you go to the, at a point I was going to that one, the one I'm standing on right now, it would shoot, like, right when you drop down and you can kind of rush it, but then it was being timed really badly for a while, and it wasn't working out. This place is kinda nuts, so, you know, I'm just kinda waiting around because I think but there's nothing. These can be timed really hilariously in tune with where your opening is, so yeah, it's quite the challenging difficultness. Montage. Yeah, I got a message from an email, and that wasn't right now, that was, like, as I was dying, and, you might be seeing me falling through there many times, and I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why that happens sometimes, but it does, so it's like, I really had to pull off a pretty precise jump for really not a whole lot of reason. This part is pretty crazy also. You gotta be quick, you gotta get in that little hole. It is nuts, and you can't really fix it by scrolling the screen, but I could've if I was quicker. I mean, I did do it at one point, but, you know, I still died pretty easily. Yep, that's what's going on here, and I'm not really sure if this affected my play skills for the ASMT today. I would like to think that it would make my skills better, but, I'm thinking it actually, like, it makes me so used to failure that with the ASMT, I fail a whole lot, and that's not really what I'd like to do, because there's kind of a counter of all of them, and I can't really do much about that, but as you can clearly tell, this is the winning run going on, and we can finally hear this song in all its glory. Yep, and Invisible Bills, which are silent bills is the better term, but, you know, they're invisible in auditorial functions. I was like, I don't care about that Koopa Man. I was for a while spin jumping him, but, you know, it's not very necessary. I get a coin for no reason. It's not like I'm beating the second half on the first try. Yep, so here is the full glory of masses. That is the bullet hopping section, which is quite fun. By fun, I mean it's extremely difficult, and you will die a lot here. So yeah, there's this little cubby that you can go in, but I figured out you can use the bottom one to spring yourself up, so really that's the easiest way out of there. And then here you just walk off, because it was probably lagging too hard, but if you jump up, then it could still shoot you in the face while you're coming down, so you don't want to do that. Yep, so just do the most simplest movements possible. I wanted to let this guy fire, so he didn't fire when I dropped down, which has happened, of course. So yeah, of course here I'm just really scared. There was fear in my eyes. I did not have the eyes of the tiger or the eyes of the leopard, a reference to one of my older videos. Oh boy. But here, yeah, this is really fun. Just kind of be really fast about it and hope that you don't get a bullet to a face from a generator that you can't really help. And these are fire blocks that break with fire, but yeah, there hasn't been any fire flower available to us at all, and I don't think there is unless it's needed, of course. I didn't mention this difficulty. It reminds me of S Mario. It's the gimmicky. I don't like after that section I'm still not sure whether to call it Kaizo, but it's pretty damn close. And I kind of feel guilty because Doppelganger or Doppelganger, I think I've read somewhere that it's like pronounced the J as a Y, but he had commented, he's like, Kouhai toolless, and I'm like, yep, that's what I'm doing, I'm crazy like that. And I kind of feel bad because I know he was asking me to do his hack, the Let's Torture Myself, and I was like, yeah, but that's probably like above my skill level for now, but I'd definitely be interested in the future. And then I started this hack thinking that it wouldn't be as bad, and it might just be worse, so I didn't really do anything purposefully there, but you know, it's still there, it's still in the back of my mind, and I know I will eventually do it, but this hack is probably like way above my skill level, but I still did some things. That was a pretty neat dodge there, if I do say so myself, and that was a pretty neat death. And I left that in because I kind of slid the Koopa, and then I landed on the floaty device, and I don't know, I thought it looked cool, so I left it in. But really, I couldn't recreate it or anything. Like, there's so many things that I want to recreate for the winning run. Because, you know, it's a difficult hack, but, like, there's places where it's like you can pull off some pretty fancy maneuvers, and, you know, I'd like to do that for the winning run, but it doesn't always work out that way. Here's one of these double guys, which, they remind me of that Super Mario Brothers, or Super Mario World 3 hack I was talking about, that was in the big folder of files of games. Yep, that is where it's located, and it did stuff like that, like in the first level and stuff, and I don't know, for some reason I got the impression that difficulty was like, I don't know, it had a weird difficulty, but a very interesting difficulty nonetheless. So yeah, this is clearly the winning run because I'm showing stuff. I really need to point out every time there's like winning going on. Warning, yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, lots of double bills, lots of them going on. And I was watching some of the Raukau LP of this, and it was an older version, and, you know, there was floating munchers. I did something cool there, but, you know, it's not really a big deal, but there was floating munchers and stuff about, so he really cleaned it up, and he was using, like, the black blocks instead of floating munchers. That's nice, but really, I'm not really like, oh, those floating munchers is bad. No, Cooler Cruel has floating munchers, and that hack is awesome, so you can't really necessarily go by that, but sometimes you can, I don't know. So here is a part, and there's lots of bullets around, singing like this is a live playthrough or something, but my singing is not that well, so I will not continue to ruin your eardrums listening to me. Even the bridge area is purple, and right here I'm waiting for my floaty device, because I was like, you know what I would do, like, dickishly at the end, I would make it required, and it wasn't required, so, I mean, it was hard enough in its own right, so I could see why it wouldn't be, but I don't know, I just had that assumption there, so, yep, Yeah, I want to figure out how to do upward flying billet bills. I mean, I know it involves block tool and stuff to make them go upward and downward and diagonal, like in yet another Mario world. I'd really like to do that because I think it would make for some pretty neat level design, but, you know, I'm still a noob to all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I'm still kind of a noob, like, in playing, too. If you've seen the ASMD video. I certainly am. I certainly am. And you know what, here, I just kind of leave off with some beautiful music, and that's pretty much the end of it. So, this was a Terraformer, and I will see you guys next time. I don't think it's gonna be tomorrow. I think I'm gonna take a break for a day, actually. Oh well.